Okay, let's see different functions that are available to play with the strings in this string data structure. Let's say you have the string a lot of spaces. These are a lot of spaces at the beginning, and these are a lot of spaces at the end. There are some spaces in the middle as well. So there is one function called strip. All the functions of the string, they are called by taking a dot something. These are called methods. You can loosely call them functions, but those kind of functions that are related to some data structure and called with dot, they are sometimes called methods. The term method is more related to object-oriented programming. Actually, string is a class, so all these are the methods. But even without knowing that, it's perfectly okay. You can call it method or function. That's perfectly okay. You can, I mean, it's okay. It's okay without knowing what a class is, without knowing what an object-oriented programming is. This a dot some function that operates on this a. One difference with method and function is when you call a function with a dot and you call some function, let's say a dot strip, then inside the definition of the function, this a object or the a variable is available, like you have passed that variable as an input argument. That's all you need to know about the difference of method and function. The rest of the story is perfectly okay even if you don't know. That's fine. Okay, a dot strip. It operates on a, which means the a is passed in this function as just as input argument, or it is available there inside the function implementation. And then the strip function, what it does is it removes all the spaces that are in the beginning and removes all the spaces that are at the end and returns another string that has no spaces at the beginning and no spaces at the end. And the new string is copied or created in a variable b, let's say whatever that variable. We can have another name of that variable. So let's see the running form of this strip function in our friend Jupyter notebook. So let's say a is a string variable. Let's say a lot of spaces, a, b, c, d, e, f, a lot of spaces, then h, g, q, and whatever, and then a lot of spaces. Let's say this is a, and then we have b. Let's say a dot strip. Okay, and let's print b. So B is actually everything without spaces, without the starting spaces and without the ending spaces. It does not hurt the spaces inside. So that's a strip function. Sometimes processing the data, when we read the data from a file, it may have a lot of spaces at the beginning, at the end, maybe due to formatting issues or something like so, and this function is available if we want to remove those spaces from beginning or from the end. Let's see more functions. Another function is lower. Like the name suggests, it actually converts all the string to lowercase. For example, let's say we have a string. Let's say let's say we have a string a equals a, B, C, D, E, F, G, and some characters, some other characters, and Q, F, let's say. That's a string. And now what we do is B equals A dot lower. What it does is it converts all the string to lowercase. For the characters that are already in lowercase, it doesn't hurt it. For the characters that has nothing to do with lower or uppercase, it doesn't hurt that. All the characters that are not in the lowercase and can be converted to lowercase, those are converted to lowercase, and this is available. Yeah, great. So similarly, we have another function called upper. For example, C is equal to A dot upper, that like the name suggests, it converts all the characters to uppercase. Wow. Let's see more functions. Oh, there is a function replace. The replace function, what it does is it takes a substring and replaces that substring with another substring. Okay, let's see it. For example, let's say we have the same a. Let's say the a is this thing. Let's say that's a. And what we want to do is we want to replace the semicolons, let's say, with the semicolon. We want to replace the semicolons with statics. So what we can do is we can say, okay, d equals a dot replace replace the semicolon with let's say static, or yeah. So let's see what d is. So each semicolon is replaced by a static. By the way, if you want to replace, for example, a dot replace, if you want to replace one semicolon with a string, for example, the string is star star and hat hat person person. That means one semicolon will be replaced by this with this string, and the other semicolon will also be replaced by this string, and the result will be as expected. Each semicolon will be replaced by this string, and that's the result what it is. Further, if you want, for example, if you want, for example, let's say d equals a dot replace. If you want this particular substring that contains the two semicolons, if you want the two semicolons to be replaced by another substring, let's say two semicolons, that's it. And that is also possible. I mean, you replace one substring with another one. Yeah, great. There is one more function called split. That what it does, what the split does is, for example, you have a string, for example, let's say a equals a string, let's say abc, then you have this colon, then you have def, then you have semicolon, then you have hgy, this, then semicolon, then you have yy 3 2 2 3, and that's it. That's your string. Let's say you read that string from some CSV file and this appears. And now what you want all these values to be separated out that are separated by the semicolon. Maybe these are different values. ABC is a different value than it is separated by a semicolon. Semicolon may be an indication or token that the next value started, and so on. Let's say you want to separate them. Let's say you want to just split them, all of them, with a particular splitter. And here, let's say the splitter is semicolon. So what you can do is you can have a list and a dot split. And in the split, you can specify the character that that is used for splitting after and before we split that. And remember, the split function actually returns a list of strings where this is the first element of the list, this is the second element of the list, this is the third element of the list, this is the fourth element of the list, and so on. Because once you will split, you will be having different elements that are splitted out. So if you print, for example, L, you will be having a list of different strings, ABC and all that. Oh, don't worry about this single quote. The single quote and double quote is the same thing. Now we can access, for example, the third element or maybe the second element by index 1, and the second element here is DEF, and we can work more on that. Okay, is that it? I mean, are these the only functions that are available? Strip function, lower, upper, replace, and split function. Or is that it? That's all the string is about. Maybe there are more functions. How many functions are there in string? How can we use them? What are the total number of functions? Where is the list? Where is the documentation? Should we follow some book? Should we go to some tutorial and find all the string functions and see how to use them? Well, if you want to do that, you can do that, but there is another smart way. Let's say A is a string that you know. You write A dot and then press tab, and all the things that are there in string, they will appear in front of you. I mean, several things. You can go to this, you can go to that, you can go to that, and so on. So just you can check the documentation of A. For example, if you press A then what it does, let's see. It's a string object and all that stuff. Fine, it's a string. So further, what we can do. So let's say a. What are the total number of functions? Where is the list? Where is the documentation? Should we follow some book? Should we go to some tutorial and find all the string functions and see how to use them? Well, if you want to do that, you can do that, but there is another smart way. Let's say a is a string that you know. You write a dot and then press tab, and all the things that are there in string, they will appear in front of you. I mean, several things. You can go to this, you can go to that, you can go to that, and so on. So just you can check the documentation of a. For example, if you press a, then what it does, let's see. It's a string object and all that stuff. Fine, it's a string. So further, what we can do. So let's say a dot, we press A and then we press tab. Is there anything that starts from A? No. Is there anything that starts from B? No. Is there anything that starts from C? Yes. Capitalize, case fold, center, count. These are the functions that are available that starts from C. Okay, let's focus on capitalize. Okay, what is that thing? How to use it? Let's press colon, question mark, and see what this is and what it does. Okay, so here is the documentation. Here is the doc string. Returns a capitalized version of the string. Capitalized version of the string. Is that the same as upper? Maybe. So let's see. Now we know what it does. Let's just check it out. Print a, capitalize, and see what's the result. Oh, it's oh no, it does not capitalize the whole string, does it? The string a was, it does not capitalize the whole string. What is a? Let's see, what is a? A is the following string. A is the following string, so it does not capitalize the whole string. Oh, the difference between the capitalize maybe and the upper is that the capitalize, when it encounters no, capitalize just capitalizes the first character. Oh, let me read the doc string again. Returns a capitalized version of the string. More specifically, make the first character have uppercase and the rest lowercase. Okay, that means if we have a string that has a mix of values, the capitalize will do the following. It will convert the first character to uppercase and all the rest of the characters to lowercase. Wow, that's an awesome function. For example, if you have string A, B, D, A, F, D, and G, G, Q, let's say, and then we call capitalize, let's say. So what that does is it actually capitalizes the first character and all the rest of the characters there as it is. And there are other functions as well. A dot, let's say count, what it does. A dot count, what it does. A dot count. What is that thing? Let's check it out. Or maybe we can check that out using help. What is A dot count? So let's see what is a dot count. It's a built-in function. Count method is an instance of, and it returns a number of non-overlapping occurrences of a substring. Sub in, oh my God, if you, I mean, that's what is written there. Non-overlapping occurrences of a substring. Great. Oh my God. So basically, there are a whole lot of functions of strings that are available. There are several uses of the string. There are several ways of molding and playing with the strings. Some of the functions are available. Some you can make your own. You can make your own modules on top of that to customize according to your requirements. A lot of these are available, and you should know how to use them. First thing, if you want to do something with string or with any data type in Python, first check whether some method is available or not. And one way to go that is just right away from here. Another way is to go to internet and see, I want to do this in Python with strings. Whether there is a function available or not, the good chances are there will be a built-in function that is available. And in that case, I will encourage to use that function rather than to write your own one, because using the built-in function or the method that is tied up there will be much more faster, probably, than the function you will be writing at your end, even if you're too smart in algorithms. So yeah, so that's about the string methods. There are so many other methods that are available. In the next video, we will see some more manipulation and processing, and some more working with strings, and then we will move to other data structures. Okay, hope to see you in the next video.